Sho Genge, welcome back to Uncomfortable Growth, hosted by none other than your girl, Google Nyansumba, Jujuletwa, Sishiyu, to some. This is Uncomfortable Growth. To my returning subscribers to the Genge, I hope that you guys are well, and to those that are passing by, don't pass on by. Subscribe instead. Join the Genge. We're a family. What you know about that? On the road to 70K. Cause you know, bitch, I'm bad. And you know that, bitch, I'm bad. I haven't done this in so long, yeah? I feel like, before we get into the video, I have a few things to say. First of all, my set is different. So I'm currently working on a recording space at home. And when I tried to record, one of my lights said, forget about it. And I couldn't stress myself here because I was coming to Cape Town, because I'm in Cape Town right now. So I asked Kat if I could record in her space. So if you think, you recognize the set from somewhere, it's definitely Kateko's little vibe, the situation. Grateful to her for giving me a place to record because it would have been awkward. Londi Locks did my hair. I'm giving island girl because I'm on a holiday and I'm gonna act like an island girl. I'm trying to sing and rap and it's not working, yeah? But yeah, this was done by Londi Locks. My lashes, I'm gonna tag the lady. It's my first time having lashes, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a holiday. And then the last thing I gotta show you guys are my nails. It's giving Valentine's Day. It's giving love. It's giving marry me. So I can put a ring with that, honey. This is the first time I'm doing a sit down video since being announced part of the creator class of 2022. So thank you guys so much for that. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the love, the kind words, the support. I feel like you guys are equally as excited as what I am, and that excites me even more. So yeah, I'm gonna get into the video. So on my podcast, After School with Sis Chiu, go listen to that. On my podcast, I had briefly spoken about still being a cool girl. So I thought if I'm gonna come back to YouTube, I gotta come back with a video that's gonna help the girlies, okay? That's gonna set the tone for the year and have you guys learn from some of my mistakes. I do wanna say I am in a better place when it comes to me being a cool girl. I will never be the cool girl I once was, okay? But I am recovering. Meaning that I'm not exactly where it is that I need to be, and I can see that, or I saw that last year, child. So I'm just gonna speak about that experience and speak about the things that I've learned, and hopefully you guys can take something away from it, because we will not be cool girls this year. For those of you that don't know, my definition of a cool girl is someone who doesn't have boundaries, who doesn't speak up for herself or themselves. It is someone who puts the needs of others before theirs all the time. It is someone who keeps themselves in unfavorable situations. It is someone that silences themselves. It's just being cool. You're down for whatever. This nigga says this, you're down. This nigga does that, you're down. This person does this, you're down, you're down, you're down, you're down. And then you become down bad, down horrendous, okay? Cool girls go down. That's the point of this video. Cool girls go down. So that's what it is. And if you haven't watched my Cool Girl story time, go do that, because that was literally the pinnacle of my Cool Girl Chronicles. That was the coolest I'm gonna ever get in my fucking life, okay? I ain't never gonna do that ever again, okay? But like I said, I'm recovering, so there are things that I'm still like learning, unlearning, and becoming aware of in my behavior. So I realized that I had cool girl tendencies, or rather that my cool girl tendencies started very young in my life. Yeah. Like my primary school, high school, and that's because of how we were, or how women are conditioned to behave in society, and what is seen as attractive, and what is seen as ladylike, as behavior that a woman would carry out. So all of those things made me dim myself, because I wanted to be palatable to men, to be honest. I think that growing up, I had centered men a lot. Like, it was very much about, does this guy find me attractive? Do men find me attractive? Will I find a husband? Am I wifey material? Will he like me if I'm like this, that, or whatever? So my cool girlness stemmed from there, because I was hyper aware of how it was that I was acting in certain spaces, to the point where I could be having a conversation with a guy and I don't want to say bite my tongue, but I would bite my tongue, because as much as I was smart, I never wanted to be smarter than the person I was speaking to, especially when it was a man, because I knew that it would, bruise his ego a little bit. And his fragile masculinity would not be able to handle that. So I would have conversations and know that I can have a conversation, you know what I'm saying, because I'm a smart bitch, what's up, but not want to be smarter than the person or want to have an opposing view, because I just wanted to be the easy babes. I wanted to be the girl that, you know what, you chill with Goo, you're gonna have a good time. She's not going to be difficult in any way. She is not going to question you. She just, you know, I'm cool, I'm down for whatever. And that's where the cool girlness in me stemmed, especially as a black girl and growing up in a black household. There's certain things that we're expected to do and certain ways we're expected to behave. I think for the most part it's true for women, you know, there is this thing of like a woman does this, a woman does that, but as a black girl, yeah, when you add in the blackness and growing up in a black household, I think it takes it to a little bit of another level, because now, I don't know, I feel like in black culture, or rather like my culture, acting like a wife is a very big thing. You know, can you cook? Can you clean? A girl doesn't wake up at 11 p.m. A girl wakes up at 7, okay? And she makes sure that the house is clean and all of that. So I think growing up in that environment also made me realize that if I wanted to interact in relationships or have relationships with men, I would have to be the perfect woman. And being the perfect woman often meant not being true to myself and not speaking up for myself, because you know what? You begazela and the nigga's always right. And that's not how it should go. So with you guys having somewhat of an understanding of what being a cool girl is, I realized, okay, that the cool girl inside of me had not died, because I'm a very understanding person and to a fault. And I've realized men do this thing where they want you to be understanding towards things you've never seen. So a guy is, men love words. Okay, men love words. So it's easy for someone to be like, yo, I am gonna do this for you. I'm this kind of person. Our relationship will look like this. This is how I feel about you. And that's all good and great, but without action, it means absolutely nothing. So because I'm understanding, right, I have found myself in situations where I will be approached by someone and they'll be like, yo, Goo, like I'm down for you, you know, and they say all the right things, but that didn't translate into action. And they asked for me to wait until I could see the action. Now, my thing is, first of all, how can you wait to see something you've never seen before? If someone says to you, Goo, I want to do this for you, and you've never seen them do an ounce of that thing, or Goo, I'm gonna be this man for you, and you've never seen them, or you've never seen them display characteristics of that man, what makes you think that that's going to change? What makes you think that they will become that? If you're unable to show me what it is that you can do right now in the situation and the capacity that we exist in, what is going to make me think that you're going to be able to be or become someone else at a later stage, just because I'm your girlfriend, or just because we're a little bit more serious, or because you needed more time? For me, like, especially in the beginning stages of the talking situation, we are toiling for one another. You put your best motherfucking foot forward, okay? You put it forward. And if you're not putting your best foot forward in the beginning, I highly doubt you're going to do that later on. I doubt that. I don't think you're capable of doing it. So, as the understanding cool girl, when I was told like, hey, I'm gonna, and it was a song, Oaks, because every day I'm gonna, but he never did. Ha! And he never did, and I waited, and I'll never do that again. So that's what I'm struggling with. Like, really, I think I'm also growing to understand that words, okay, so often we say, you know what, like, words mean nothing without action, but I've realized that I need both. You must be a person of your word, and you must have actions. I think these things go hand in hand, because I've also found like that I've been in weird situations where, one, it's either you're spewing, every day you talk, you open your mouth, you talk, and you do nothing, or sometimes people will do things and not state their intentions, and I'm not receiving it in the manner in which they are doing it for me. So if you're going out of your way and you're buying someone flowers, and you know, maybe we're hanging out and we're doing things, but you haven't explicitly said that you're doing these things because you're pursuing me, because you're interested in me, because you like me, it allows for a weird gray area, you know, and I can receive it not in the manner in which you're giving it to me. So for me, if you're pursuing me, be about your words. Okay, there better be actions, but be about your words. Like, also, I need reassurance, and I want to know exactly what it is that I'm engaging in at all times. When you do something for me, I want to know in what capacity it's happening in. I don't want to think that we're doing it in the name of friendship, Kanti, for you, you're throwing, hey? Huh? Because if anyone's going to be heartbroken at the end of the day, it ain't going to be me. I just went off on a tangent. But yeah, I need words and I need actions. And being understanding is cool, but again, I just want to stress that you cannot be understanding to something you have not seen. Not an ounce of, not a smidge of, not a crack in the window, not a nothing, okay? It doesn't work like that. Also in my cool girl journey, I've realized to some extent I'm a material girl. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I think I had suppressed that side of me because, again, I wanted to be the easy babes, you know? I wanted to be the all natural girl who wasn't into expensive things. I just wanted to be a man's, I don't know if I can call it dream girl or what, but I wanted to be the easy breezy lemon squeezy babes. Like when he's around me, I bring him no problems. And don't get me wrong, I do have intentions of being a man's piece one day, you know what I'm saying? But you're gonna have to also do a lot for me to be your piece, yeah? And I can be your piece while you put me in that LV. What's up, baby? Take me out of dinner. If you want the real piece from me. So yes, I had humbled myself and I had almost convinced myself that I wasn't interested in certain things because of the way that I wanted to be perceived by men, you know? I really wanted to be palatable to men because they were the center of my life at some point. Everything I did was like, yo, like, I don't have a degree, how can I be someone's wife, you know? I have a tattoo, oh my word, already I'm not. And you have to let that go because you are your biggest responsibility and you have to live for yourself. And whatever it is that you are interested in, you should explore that and you should allow yourself to enjoy. I went out to dinner with my friend the other day and we're chilling and I was like to her friend, one of the best parts of a date for me, okay, first of all guys, I fantasize a lot. We'll come to that. But one of the best parts of a date for me is being able to sit at the bar. It's so movie-like, it's so sexy. Like, let me sit there, be cute with my little drink, you know what I'm saying? Before the date, babe. Or after the date, we go to the bar, hit the shots or whatever. I just like going to the bar on a date. If it's a good date for me, we would have sat by the bar at some point in the night. And we had moved to our table and I was explaining to my friend like, yo, I want to sit by the bar. And I'm telling her about like, you know, just the picture, like, oh friend, how cute when you sit by the bar, whatever. And she was like, dude, you fantasize a lot. Like, you're someone who really sees yourself in certain situations. Like, I really am a visual person, so I fantasize about the certain situations I want to be in, the life that I want to live, and so forth. And in me realizing that, I realized that I don't want to settle. Because one, I can put myself in these spaces, you know, I can do these things for myself. And two, it's very, very evident to me that I have a certain image of what it is I'd like for my life to look like. Of course, you can have these thoughts and life can take a left, you know, and it may not be what you want for it to be. But I know, okay, when I go to dinner, I'm gonna sit by the bar, okay? And I know I want to travel and I know I like things. Like, I think I have expensive taste a little bit. The things that I find fun aren't cheap. And that's okay, and I shouldn't be ashamed to say that because I do it for myself. And often, like, as a woman, or rather in my past, I found that I wouldn't speak about certain things because I didn't want to put pressure on the person that I was speaking to. Because automatically, if I'm like, yo, I like to eat out, you know, I like this kind of wine, I would feel as if I'm putting pressure on that person, but I'm not. Like, I'm just sharing myself and what it is that I like. And more importantly, I know I will be met there. And if somebody is not meeting you where you are, at the very least, you have no business doing that. Let me tell you guys something. I saw someone, yeah? I saw somebody. I couldn't even get myself to say these words. I saw someone and I realized we're just at very different places in life, you know? And what I don't like about men is that they're very okay with humbling us. They're very okay with taking away the things that we've worked hard for ourselves to enjoy. So this nigga was very much aware of what it is that I can do for myself and what I like to do. And because he was here, I'm gonna, and he never did. I stopped doing these things, you know, because I didn't want for him to feel uncomfortable, and obviously they weren't serious enough for him. But more than anything, what really took me aback was that he was just comfortable changing my life. Like, he was comfortable with me no longer doing the things that I like and the things that make me happy, which for me is a very big red flag. Because if someone is pursuing you or likes you, has any sort of interest in you, they're going to want to, one, learn about you, two, learn about the things you like and the things that make you happy, and three, make them happen in any capacity in the best way that they can, you know? Sometimes someone is not in the position to maybe take it to the top floor. That's understandable. But I do think that you can meet someone within like your range. I hope I'm making sense. You can do the best of your abilities. And if someone is not even trying to do that, then it's just a no. Guys, I love night drives, eh? And I know petrol iyabiza before nithi inyazi petrol iyabiza. Angazi ngayi ku night drive. Angazi kuthiwa ngene emotweni sidlala umculo sibe right sibe happy. No. And those are small things to me that I really enjoy. My biggest thing is that in trying to kill my inner cool girl, I am just making peace with who Gugu is and what she likes, and not hiding any of it, and not being shy about it. You know, if I like that, I like that. And if you can't do that, that's okay. You know, like maybe this ain't supposed to happen. Maybe you're not supposed to be in my life. Maybe, you know, that's okay. But you are your biggest responsibility. You deserve the world, and don't ever sell yourself short. Like, I believe in a better love. I haven't necessarily found it, and I haven't found someone who has truly accepted me for me, you know, and can be about it, but I do believe that I will. And I know the wait is long. Oh, and the wait sucks. Your Lord have mercy on our souls. The wait sucks. When you are at that point in your life where you are working on yourself, you're doing the work, you're healing, you're unlearning, you're laboring your emotions, and you're doing all of this, and then you get to a place where you're like, you know what, I feel like I'm in a good place to receive love and to give love, and then to not necessarily have the options around you, to not really have the chance to really do that, can really play at you, and it can affect you. And I found that in my waiting last year, you know, for my Prince Charming or whatever, for somebody, I grew impatient of waiting, and in growing impatient, I allowed for certain behaviors that I would have never allowed for. And that's because at the beginning of last year, I was very stern about what it is that I wanted from my relationships, romantic, friendship, whatever. And as the year goes on, you know, you get a little lonely. Winter came, it got a little bit cold. My friends were going on vacations. I said, whoa. So I know the wait can be long and the wait can be taxing. And I mean, if you want to have fun in your wait and do some stuff, do that. If you don't want to do anything, do that too. However you go about it, just make sure that you are still staying true to yourself and that you are giving yourself the experiences that you deserve. Okay? Make sure that every experience is meeting you where you are at. Okay? There's no experience that should meet you beneath you. You have no business going back when you've worked so hard to go forward. So that's what I'm going to really work on this year. I know that it can get really tiring, you know, just being a single babe and just wanting some TLC, some loving. But I know the kind of love I want. I know the quality of love I deserve. I know the things that I can do for myself. I know the life I want to live. So I'm really staying true in that. And when someone meets me with that, we're going to have a good time. And if you don't, it's okay. It's okay. And also in the wait, I found that I was more lenient with my boundaries, which doesn't work, guys. Stick to your boundaries. You made them for a reason, okay? You know that reason. You don't have to explain them, but you are protecting and honoring a certain part of you, so respect your boundaries. As soon as you start having the conversation of like, but maybe this person is worth it, let me tell you, they're probably genuinely not. They're not. And then they're going to hurt you, and then you're going to be like, but I have a boundary put in place so that I don't feel like this. And then you realize, oh, you took the boundary away now, didn't you? You did. It's awkward. So I know sticking true to your boundaries is also hard, but I think you are honoring yourself, you're respecting yourself, and you owe it to yourself. You owe yourself healthy relationships. You owe yourself princess treatment, okay? You owe yourself the best. I used to also kind of be shy when it comes to money and being a cool girl. Like, I am an efficient babes. I get things done for myself very quickly. Like, I'm so good at that. I'm so self-sufficient. I'm Miss Independent. That's why I'm Miss Independent, but I want to be taken care of. Okay? And I also used to have like some sort of shame in admitting that, knowing that I want to be taken care of. Like, I had shame saying that. Like, I like that. I do. I really motherfucking do. Also, I like people with urgency. Like, if I want something done for myself, I can make sure it happens on the day or within a few days, you know? Like, I don't like to necessarily rely on someone and then the person's taking their time when I could have done for myself. And because I'm like that, sometimes I had the terrible habit of always just, hate to say this, paying. Even when I shouldn't, in that, like, you've asked me out on a date, because like, I'm just like, I just want to get it done. And I hate being an inconvenience. But that's also gotta stop. That's gotta stop. I don't know where I was going with that, and I think I'm just talking to myself right now, but that's gonna stop, because if you're gonna ask for my time, if you're gonna take me out on a date, you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay for most things. As I have these like realizations, because I'm now realizing that me being a cool girl is something that I'm going to have to work on forever, especially because I do think I'm a very understanding person, and I have symptoms of being a people pleaser, which I think being a cool girl ties into, you know, because you're wanting to keep everyone else around you happy, your partner happy, even though it is against you and not working for you. People pleasing. So I'm going to just have these conversations because we are hot this year, okay? I'm going to say it again. We are hot this year. We are having fun this year. We are elevating this year, and no one is going to bring you down. And I also just want to speak to the severity of having someone who is not good for you in your space, or having someone who speaks down on you, or who is actually just holding you back in life. Like, that stuff affects you so much. And I think there was a time or point in last year where I was feeling off just about myself, and my energy was off, and I realized that the person that I was engaging with at the time wasn't bringing the best out of me, and that really affected me. So keep good vibes, good energies, people who will motivate you, people who will elevate you. We're going to the next level. Okay, if you're on level 1, I'm on level 7. Enjoy level 1 and enjoy the journey, but like, I can't do that journey with you. You know, I'm at a different point in my life and I want to continue moving forward. And you should have no shame in that. So go out there and just be a bad bitch. That's the end of my video. I love y'all.